Welcome to UNITA Passport, UNITA, our series of podcasts in which we are trying to give you a flavor about UNITA and about different chapters that we are writing together in this beautiful story of our university and our University Alliance at European level. This podcast is a UNITA initiative realized with the help of UNITA Media Hub. And in our very first episode of the podcast, we are having with us a very special guest, very dear to me, which is going to tell us a little bit more about UNITA Inter-University Virtual Campus, which is an initiative aimed to bring together actually students, professors, administrative staff, and make this entire experience for them a little bit more easy and to get them to know each other better. Darian has a very broad experience in Europe actually, and that's why he is one of the most appropriate persons to speak about intercomprehension, about different flavor in our inter-university campus. He had studied mathematics and informatics in Timioara. He graduated in 2002, his bachelor degree. After that, he got a PhD in functional and computational methods in signal theory in Timioara and Seville in 2006. And then he got his habilitation in Marseille, in France, in 2014. After that, his experience went both in the academic and private sector. He worked for Siemens, and afterwards he worked for University of Vienna, both as a postdoc and as a senior researcher. Now he's a professor and leader of signal, image and machine learning team at the West University of Timișoara, and he is also wearing the hat of IT chief actually in our virtual campus. He is the IT engineer, and he coordinates a team consisting of persons from each of the universities that are part of UNITA. Darian, just before we are going to enter the technical aspects of UNITA Virtual Campus, please let me know why have you chosen Timioara after you have traveled from one country to another? Why did you establish back home?
Hello, Vlad. Hello, everyone. Thank you for this very nice presentation and introduction. It was really emotional to me to hear about it, and I also find out that I'm a little bit old after doing all this. To answer your question, Timișoara is my alma mater, is where I started my university study and where I formed myself as a professional in the field. So after traveling to all these places and learning a little bit from their experience, I think it was a nice place to come back and to bring all this home. And I hope to do it also in the future, because in the UNITA environment and ecosystem, as you mentioned, we have international partners, so this international experience helps me to understand our partners better and to communicate with them in a better way.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Just as a starter, why did you accept the challenge to create the virtual campus for this European Alliance of Universities?
Well, it's exactly like that, because it is a challenge. And it was something that is innovative. It was not done before. And it involved a lot of research and development in order to understand this large information system that will be the UNITA Virtual Campus, because we are approaching not only an educational system, but also a communication and a collaboration system at a large scale. You know better than me that we are addressing more than 200,000 users in the end, so it's definitely a challenge for me. Absolutely. I am a professor. I work professor and researcher in artificial intelligence, so this is my main field of study. And as you know, right now, artificial intelligence is actually everywhere in all the tools that we have. So I try to bring also this in the end to the campus, if possible.
Mm-hmm. What was the process of gathering all the needs from different actors that are going to interact with the virtual campus afterwards?
Well, it was a long process because there are different work packages, and all the work packages have different needs. So we had to continuously update all this information. It took us a while until we stabilized at one level, and we say, okay, we try to do this part first. And we are continuously gathering information and needs, such that in the end, the virtual campus, well, even if it's not a perspective like in 1 year, it could be like 2, 3, 4 years, in the end, we'll probably meet all the needs. This is our aim, our goal, final goal.
Sounds very good. And how are you going to tackle this from the technical point of view? What is the general architecture of the campus?
Well, it is a very challenging architecture. We try to be like state-of-the-art in the web development right now. What we are doing is to have application running in containers. So we have a container orchestrator, we have Kubernetes, which orchestrates the container, and Docker for containers. And within this architecture, we deployed the services that we need. Very important part, which I want to mention it from the beginning, is the federated login. Because one first challenge that we had to tackle was this, because we have 6 universities right now, but it will be larger also in the future. And we have to interconnect all these systems for a transparent user login. So the users can use their own accounts, and via EduGain, they can log in and access the services depending on their user level. Should I say a little bit about EduGain?
Yes, I think it's good because not all the students actually know about EduGain, and it would be very good to give an example about how a student can actually log in into the virtual campus.
Yes, EduGain is a global service interconnecting national federations, and I think it's a very good initiative, because right now there are like 55 federation, active or currently trying to join EduGain, and it allows us. So once you join the national federation, you can export your metadata to EduGain, and it allows us to interconnect with services, different users, without the need of bilateral agreements. So basically, we can interconnect them all together, and this is great. So it allows a single sign-on SSO login, which we currently have, and we are looking forward to have more students once we have the little bit more stable proof of concept in place, to test it, and hopefully they will like it. Yeah.
So just to be a little bit more clear for the students, basically everybody knows EduGain as the main benefit. Like when you go abroad, you have your phone, you have your credentials already stored
this
in.
This is EduRoam, or
yes, which is also using EduGain,
yes.
And you are automatically connected to that network of internet, and you have access to internet for free. Is it going to be pretty much the same after people are going to get on board into the virtual campus, and they're going to see their home profile actually?
Yes, indeed. Yes, it will be the same. So they will connect to a dashboard, and from there they can access the services in a transparent way, federated services for.
Perfect. Tell me a little bit more about these services. What are they going to use probably? What will they have in there after they are going to get into the dashboard?
Well, to finish this EduGain discussion, I have also an announcement that you already know because you are part of it. We kind of implemented the first service provider in Romania, and I think this is also an innovative and a challenging task for it. And I also thank you for being together and supporting us in all this process. And once we have done this, we can offer different services with these identity providers of each university. I think we have some challenging services also for the students, because we have a social network, which I think they will like, and they can interconnect with students from other universities, sharing similar research fields, sharing similar interests, and moreover, they can create their own spaces where they can work together. And work together doesn't mean only work in studying, can be also fun because they can share, they have a wiki, they have polls there, they have different things that they can do. Regarding the part with the other users, the professors and researchers and other parties involved, they can also collaborate through a dedicated wiki, media wiki, that we have installed. They are using the forum, which is an important part for discussions and on the topics of the work packages. And also the surveys are already installed, and these surveys are used to register users and to gather them in different activities. Moreover, we can provide them information such that they don't have to consult every time their university server, so they can go for virtual mobilities there and can find all the virtual mobilities gathered into one place. I think this is also the basis of the virtual campus, to have one stop shop for all the services they need.
Yeah, it sounds wonderful actually, and I think it's going to help the universities break their walls actually and create one real university, because the aim of UNITA afterwards is to create a similar experience for all its students, and in this way, if we are going to put them all together in a singular space, actually the virtual campus, this is the only way that you can do it possible.
Of course, we are geographically separated, but we are not so much separated from the linguistic point of view, because all the partners are Latin Latin-speaking countries. So we only need this tool to be closer together, even in this virtual way. But as you mentioned, it's pretty novel, innovative, and ambitious, and we hope to be able to fulfill it, because it's not always easy.
Yeah, absolutely. About that, each of the universities is of course particular, and probably each of them has different processes already in place and a lot of investment already done in their digital infrastructure. How are we in this virtual campus going to tackle the subjects in which they are already doing good things? For example, for virtual mobilities, some of the universities use some tools, while others are not having anything at all.
That's something, because there is not a uniformity at the level of all this. We seen it also when we did the SSO and everything like that. So at some point we plan to reach share the best practices, and in the end what we want is to distill these practices in the virtual campus, because we will be some kind of meta level. So we will not try to supersede their national or their local university tools, digital tools. We try to create something which is a meta level, so on top of it.
That sounds very good. Tell me, what tools have you used for that? Do we use some proprietary solutions in the virtual campus, or is it free for everybody?
Well, this is I'm happy that you asked, because everything that we have done is open source. So the campus and everything will be open source, and this is an innovative challenge for us, because when you have open source, you usually have community editions which don't have all this support and everything that comes with proprietary solution. So we had to refactor most of the time all this solution, to customize them and to adapt them, and that was actually a part that consumed a lot of our time. And but we are happy that we are able to adjust them and to code this, because we can start from the access. The access is done with JSON web token, which is a secure way to access all the services, secure way, an industry standard to communicate with the client and the server, where you have a coded token and you have a decoded on the server. And this is very important, because we want to make it secure. So the campus should be safe, so people are not losing data. We have a GDPR in place also. But what I mean with all this is that For all these open tools, we had to code ourselves. Most of them, they don't offer this GVT token implementation for SSO. So this was a challenge that we have to tackle also.
Yes, but I think this challenge is also a very great opportunity in the future, because while having all this virtual campus standalone without need of intervention for any other proprietary solutions, we are going to be free to do whatever we want in the future and raise it the way we want.
Totally agree with you, yes. I think it's a very good observation that you make. And from this point of view, we have it right now as a self-hosted solution. Yeah, and mainly on the West University of Timișoara servers, but we will probably have a mirror also in the cloud, so everything is ready for large-scale deployment. So we constructed it in this way.
Mm-hmm. And will the campus be available only from your browser, or is it going to be accessible in an app or anything different?
You can access it in a browser, because this is like the way the main portal was constructed. But we also we have already the first prototype for the mobile app. So the user will be able to download and install the app and use it also from a mobile app. I think this is important. Also considering other services that will be integrated, like the European Student Card, which is more appropriate for a mobile app than for the portal.
Thank you very much. To conclude, please send a message to all further possible developers that would be interested in taking part of this journey, and let them know what should inspire them.
Well, if they are true developers, they are inspired by innovation and challenge. So we are all waiting everybody to be involved and to take part in this challenge. We have professors, we have students, we have internships. So there are many people already participating in this development effort. And of course, everybody is welcome, and we encourage them to join us.
Thank you very much, Darian. Thank you very much for listening to us, or watching us. Actually, it depends on where you have found this podcast. Continue to follow us in order to see more episodes in which we are going to explain a little bit more from different perspectives on UNITA Inter-University Campus, and also afterwards about UNITA per se. Thank you and goodbye.